You wake before sunrise. You kneel in a stone chamber. Voice hoarse from midnight chants. The priests watch. The gods don't answer, but you speak anyway because if your words fail, the sun might not rise and everyone will blame you. You were born for the gods. You're not just some farmer's daughter. You're temple property before you even cry. Born into a high-status family and thieves during the reign of Sai the Furt. And guess what? Your name's already on a scroll in Karnak's priest registry. You're breathing, but they're already planning your future for Aeon. By age 5, your toys are gone. You now hold red pens and memorize hymns about cosmic order. Other girls learn to weave. You learn to chant before sunrise with no mistakes. If you slip up, the priest hits the floor with a staff loud, not at you, just enough to scare you straight. Your meals are inspected, your bathwater blessed, even your sleep is watched to keep demons out. You're not being raised, you're being processed into a vessel, a living ornament. You will serve the god Amun like it's your only purpose because in this system it is. At 7, you're brought into the temple's outer court. The priests don't smile. You're made to kneel and recite the litany of Shu. You don't even know who Shu is. Doesn't matter. You get it right. Barely. The priest nods once. You're in. Now you're officially a Shema yet, a junior temple girl. And the rules hit like a chariot. No meat, no touching the unclean, no playing with outsiders. You wake at dawn, bathe 4 times a day, and keep your head shaved to show purity. It's not for health. It's to make you forget you were ever a child. But here's the kicker. You're not some powerless slave. You live inside Karak, the most powerful temple in Egypt. Bigger than 20 football fields, richer than most cities. The high priests manage land, taxes, even armies. And you're their future priestess. That comes with danger, but also real power. The people outside the walls bow when they see your robes. Even nobles don't mess with you because a moon's voice is sacred, and someday you might speak it. For now, you scrub floors and learn how to stand still during processions, while carrying incense bowls taller than your head. But keep going. The god is watching, and so is everyone else. The purification process is brutal. You're 13 now. That means you're due for purification temple style. It's not some light sprinkle of water in a prayer. No, this is a full reset physically, mentally, spiritually. You're about to become one of the WAB priestesses, and that means one thing. You have to be pure all the way through or you're out. First, your body. The rules are brutal. You're isolated for weeks in a special chamber near the sacred lake. You eat only bread, figs, and boiled onions. You bathe in cold water 4 times a day, even before sunrise. When the Nile wind makes your skin feel like papyrus peeling off bone, you're shaved bald again, head to toe. Hair is chaos. The gods don't like chaos. After that, the rites. A priest marks your body with sacred oil, frankincense, myrrh, and blue lotus. You smell like a perfume stand in a sandstorm. Then he chants spells from the book of the divine cow, while a second priest draws symbols on your skin and ochre. You are now the living property of the gods. On the final day, you're brought to the sacred lake. Not to swim, to submerge. You step in, naked, trembling. Priests line the shore, chanting. A statue of a moon stares down from its bark, and you go under. Not once, 3 times, to wash away the last traces of the mortal world. When you rise, gasping and blue from cold, the high priest examines you, eyes, mouth, fingernails, feet. If he finds anything wrong, blemishes, birthmarks, even an uneven toenail, you're rejected, sent back to your family in disgrace. And your family, they just lost decades of social status in one heartbeat. But if you pass, you get the white linen robe, the sacred sash, and the lotus pendant of the initiated. You step into the next rank. You're no longer a novice. You are pure, officially spiritually sterilized for divine service. Welcome to the house of life. You're pure, shaved, starved, and scrubbed. Now you're relocated to the Parank, the house of life. Sounds cozy. It's not. It's Egypt's version of a divine research lab smashed into a holy prison. No windows, no laughter, no mistakes allowed. Here's the deal. You live inside Karnak, one of the biggest temple complexes in history. Over 200 acres of stone halls, sacred pools, and courtyards so vast they echo when you breathe. You now train where only the elite are allowed. Your days begin before dawn. First job, grind pigments for scribes and clean stylus kits. Miss a single tool, that scribe accidentally spills ink on your linen. Second job, copy hymns. You sit for hours on a cold floor, hunched over papyrus, writing lines in cursive hiatic until your fingers cramp. The temple courtyard fills with nobles, farmers, guards, and beggars, all sobbing or screaming. Some are already blaming each other. You're just trying to breathe. First, you lead the ritual of Ra's protection. It's loud, chanting, drums, frantic waving of burning papyrus bundles. The priests claim your voice drives back the serpent Apep, the cosmic chaos monster. In reality, you're buying time. Then comes the omen reading. You climb the sanctuary steps and recite the position of the eclipse using the star charts you memorized back when your teeth still wobbled. It will pass, you declare, voice steady. Ra still lives. The crowd starts to settle mostly. Next, blame control. You summon junior priestesses to cleanse the sacred pool and scrub every statue of a moon. No unclean touches allowed. You lead a procession around the temple walls. 3 full laps, sprinkling naturing spells against plague, drought, famine, and rebellion just in case. Then the questions start. Is it a sign of betrayal? Has the king angered the gods? Should we sacrifice more oxen? You're expected to have answers. The priesthood is divided. Some call for harsher rituals. One even suggests locking up temple girls just in case. You shut that down fast. Back inside, you write a new hymn to Sekhmet. You direct the offering of wine, pomegranate seeds, and 7 lapis lazuli stones believed to cool her wrath. Your throat burns from chanting, but the eclipse begins to pass. The sun returns slowly. The city exhales. People cheer. The priests look relieved. The high priest calls you chosen. But you know better. You didn't save the world. The moon just moved. Still, for one terrifying hour, thieves turn to you like you were the sun. And no one's forgetting that. Especially you, God's wife of Amun, and it still isn't safe. You're 30. Most women your age are married with 3 kids and a garden full of onions. You've just been named God's wife of Amun. The top, the title once held by queens. The most powerful woman in all of Thebes. Unless you count the goddess Mut herself. Your new uniform, leopard skin cloak, gold collar, staff shaped like a cobra. You get your own estate, your own treasury, even your own boat crew. You don't answer to the high priest anymore. Now he bows to you. Even the pharaoh sends gifts. And not just thank you baskets, land deeds, livestock, jewelry. You're basically a second state. Your duties, you preside over major festivals, you lead processions, you perform the daily temple opening, which means you're the first to lay eyes on the statue of Amun each morning. You sing him awake. You anoint his lips. And once a year, you reenact his sacred union. A ritual so secret half the priests don't even know the full script. But here's the part no one warns you about. Power makes you a target. There's a younger priestess now. Pretty smart, very obedient to the high priest. She follows your movements like a hawk pretending to be a dove. One missed ritual, one misstep, and she'll pounce. And she's not the only one. You still attend council, but the old men don't smile as much. The palace is shifting. There's talk of the pharaoh's death, talk of a new dynasty, and rumors. Oh, they're everywhere. That you've grown too rich, that you influenced the Nile's flood schedule, that you once cursed a tax official for late payments. You didn't. You could, but you didn't. Even your own temple guards won't meet your eyes. You suspect bribes. Maybe worse? So you start training new girls quietly. You teach them how to read omens, how to speak without saying too much, how to chant through fear because you've learned the truth. Even at the top, you're never safe. You sleep with one eye open, one hand on your scrolls. You wake before dawn, still serving a god who doesn't speak back. But you've outlived rivals, outlasted epidemics, and outsmarted politics sharper than any knife. You are God's wife of Ammon, the voice of the divine, the queen of silence.